Welcome to our first video tutorial for the official Highcharts Flutter integration. In this video, I will show you all the basics of Highcharts Flutter to create stunning charts right in your app. First, let's take a look at the requirements for this tutorial. We need Visual Studio Code. In Visual Studio Code, we need the latest version of the Dart plugin. In the plugin, we should have installed Dart in version 3.3 or later, and we should have installed Flutter in version 1.17 or later. Okay, let's get started. Let's go to our Flutter project. If it's your first time with Flutter, then you create a new project as followed. Start Visual Studio Code, make sure that it's open an empty window, open a new terminal, and run flutter create my_first_chart. Open the new project in Visual Studio Code. Now let's put everything in place to follow the tutorial. Confirm the security prompt and open a new terminal again. We have to install Highcharts Flutter in our project before we are able to use it in our app. In the terminal, simply write flutter pub add Highcharts_Flutter. With this, we can go inside the lib folder to our Flutter code. Here we add import package Highcharts_Flutter / HighchartsChart. Okay, it is time to use Highcharts Flutter in our app. Let's replace some of the default app code that was created by Flutter. Instead of a counter and a button, we will add the HighchartsChart widget. The HighchartsChart widget will always require options as the first argument. Let's now define a title, which is done in a similar fashion as in our JavaScript library. And we also need an axis with weekdays. The x-axis contains usually the index of the data, while the y-axis will contain the values. Our chart will show the fruit consumption of Jane and John. In Highcharts, we have two ways to add data to a series. In the first variant, we use a simple list of lists where values in each sublist are mapped to one axis. Let's add Jane's fruit metric to the chart. In the second variant, each data point is its own object to allow individual settings on each point. Let's save the changes and take a look. I will test the app in Google Chrome. Go into the terminal and type flutter run. If Flutter can create the app for multiple platforms, you get to choose. I enter 2 to run the app in Chrome. We see here two bar series in blue colors representing the fruit consumption of Jane and John. Nice! This looks already great, but we like to do some customization. Let's change the colors of the series and highlight John's Friday consumption. In series, additional settings must be set in the Options property. For example, the colors can be changed by adding Highcharts bar series options. Now we like to highlight John's Friday consumption by setting a different color for the last data point. Okay, let's test it. Save the code, go into the terminal and press Shift R. Nice! We will also improve the tooltip, as we like to compare the fruit consumption. So let's put the tooltips of all series together. Save the code, go into the terminal and press Shift-R. This looks fantastic. Finally, we will add some interactive user experience. If the user taps on a data point, then the app will show the amount of fruits. First, we have to define a state property that will be updated. Next, we add a single click callback to our series that updates our state. Then we put the HighchartsChart widget into a list view. And add a simple text widget to inform the user. Now save the code and test it. Go into the terminal and press Shift-R. And here it changes our text. Let's click on a bar. Awesome! Our counter changed. You have now all the skills to create beautiful interactive charts with Highcharts Flutter. Let's go once more through the steps shown in this tutorial. You learned how to add a HighchartsChart widget with Highcharts options, set data in different ways, customize the chart with more options, and add an interactive callback for a better user experience. For more information regarding Highcharts Flutter, check our website highcharts.com/integrations/flutter. Thanks for watching and happy coding!